Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, this is why we have a bunch of alcohol all just sitting around here non-stop, because the entire world is currently falling apart. Now I'm doing a slightly different video when it comes to my channel, because it's kind of more on like the global economy, crypto markets, stock markets, and just kind of everything that's involved in the planet as of right this second. Now some things may go change overnight by tomorrow, depending on what actually happens, but right now, if you guys can't go and tell, and to be a lot of that doom scroller for you guys out there, the entire world is falling apart and financial markets are being crippled. Crypto markets are destroyed. I did go buy a little bit more on my own end. On this side, I'll probably have a little bit of reserves for tomorrow for general stocks too as well. So if you just want to either see the gossip or if you guys are financial people, it's probably the video for you. And if not, we do have all the target links for all the sales down below for their summer holiday sales. And of course, we're probably gonna be live up on Twitch, maybe talk about this and playing some games and taking our minds off of stuff, or just once again, at this point, I probably need it, I don't know. So let's go talk about this. So like I said, I could probably just scroll through my Twitter feed at this point without even a major crazy structure, because everything is being destroyed. And I'm trying to talk about it, give my thoughts on it. So right now, crypto is being destroyed right now. Bitcoin literally like sliding 10%. It's just straight lines down. Like this economy is going crazy. If you guys look at this, I can move my webcam a little bit, just like I'm talking about a pure, just straight down, dude. Like, and this is the past day. Like Bitcoin is up at 60K. It's at 54,000, just jumping off a cliff, like just straight down, dude, just straight down. Compare this with pretty much every other cryptocurrency out there. Very similar boat. Like Ethereum is just straight off a ledge, down 28% on the week. A lot of these altcoins too as well are just horrible. You guys probably have heard of Solana, down 30%. Like it's just, this is just astronomical numbers we're seeing. Now, in case you guys are curious too, places like Japan right now is being destroyed. Like the stock market in Japan is quite literally done. Like it's as of right now done. They pulled the breaker, as you guys know. If you guys don't know, stocks have a chance to be like, this is going horribly, like we're cutting. Like we just for the sake of like the economy, for the stock market, whatever, we are just cutting everything. And that's what happened as of today. Japan is getting destroyed. They try to go raise their interest rates, as America's been doing for a while, but they've always been about like a zero. Like they just haven't had much movement in their economy. They try to raise the interest rates, and then the house of cards came tumbling down. I'm sure you guys have heard that the Japanese to USD ratio has been really rocky with Japan, very low levels. So basically, the Japanese economy is being destroyed, which is also doing a cascading effect towards all the other global economies. Japan itself is not like the biggest like China, India, America, but it's a pretty well-versed, good economy that's filled with millions of people, and it has a lot of tech sectors. Think Samsung, think Sony, think Nintendo, a lot of other various big companies out there in Japan. Now, like I said, it's not the biggest, but they're a very big indicator, and of course, if the Japanese economy gets destroyed, it does go have a tumbleweed effect on everything else. So right now, there's also the really big, like basically Iran and like the whole entire Israel conflict that is going insane right now too, and it's going to be escalating. We had Russia that wants to be involved. America is still somewhat involving. They're posturing troops. So we have like an ongoing pretty much World War III going on, because don't forget about Russia and Ukraine too as well. So that's going on. Japan's entire economy, their currency and interest rates and everything are getting absolutely obliterated, and their economy has always been on a very big standstill for a while. And on top of this too, that leads towards every other individual country getting destroyed. So the American markets right now, and we'll see how the next week kind of goes, have also been on doing the futures, like the predictable, like what's going to happen tomorrow stuff, like, kind of assuming stuff will happen, a week from now, whatever, are now being destroyed as well. So everything in this economy is being horrible. People are assuming we're going to be in a recession now, although I think most common normal folks understand that like we've been, if not like officially, we've kind of felt like we're in it. Like the stock market was doing okay, but we see real estate's now finally slowing down. We're seeing the fact that like just the economy is rough. The fact that we didn't go and cut interest rates a few days ago. People are like, this is not doing good. Election year, everything is just going all over the place. And once again, crypto is probably a good way to look at it, because this is a 24/7 market. So that's why I'm kind of pulling it up. Now there is a little bit of a bounce back coming up, thankfully. So we are seeing a little bit of a boop, which is good. But at the same time, like we'll have to see how everything kind of opens tomorrow. tomorrow, because this is rough. There's like global liquidity issues too as well throughout everything. And if you guys want to scroll through stuff, like I could literally just probably refresh my Twitter feed and go and see people popping on up. But people are like, where's the emergency like meetings over here? Japan's market's falling over here too. We have random VTubers talking about soap and people talking about House of Dragons. It's kind of crazy because like this is my Twitter feed. I'll have like people making memes about the fact that Godzilla's coming over here and destroying Japan and lowering up everything. And then some people being like, hey, let's check out House of Dragons. But it's crazy because the economy is getting destroyed. People are calling things like Black Monday over here too. Or you guys can kind of go and see that Japan is once again getting just rocked. Some of these drops are bigger than the entire like 2020 COVID drop. Some people are even comparing this to even bigger drops and even sometimes, prior big like recession things, like proper things throughout the last 30 years. This is some horrible drops, and you guys can kind of just once again look at the charts and see on how much of a sudden massive drop this all is. And this is like the Japanese index. This is rough, and I think tomorrow is going to be even worse. I could be wrong, but it's kind of like one of those things where we're seeing Japan a few hours in the future, and then we wake up tomorrow, financial markets want to go react to it, and I do think, especially with how bad the prior Friday was, things are going to get rough. Now, once again, I'm probably not going to be going super crazy in most of my buys. I do think some things are going to be a little more on the chiller side. And by chiller side, I mean like I'm chilling myself and I'm sitting on the side because I want to go and see if the market's going to go down more. Sometimes if you hold on for too long, it's rough because typically we're going to drop the rates, probably get more global liquidity, maybe try to get quantum easing coming back over here. And once again, re-adding more liquidity towards the market and ideally going and re-bumping up prices. But at the same time, it's sometimes more of a global issue. If Japan's having issues, that means it leads towards American markets. It means towards global trade. It means towards Europe's going to be all messed up too as well. And at the same time, we've been kind of on this big cusp of, things going rough. Like we saw Amazon barely miss earnings, dropped in the double-digit percentages, which in a normal market where people are not always feared on is not going to happen. Seeing Bitcoin go and drop unironically $18,000 in like 4 days, also not traditionally normal. And I just think a lot of people right now are very concerned. I think we're also even seeing gold as well drop down, which is very unexpected. Typically, you would go and move into gold when it comes to these really big recessionary like traits going on in the economy. So as we're sitting here realizing this, no one knows what's going on. Like, this is not good. Like, people are trying to go just figure out like how to fix the yields. And the yield bonds with the 10-year yields, I think, are at 3%, which is insanely low. We're just I just maybe don't even trust the United States dollar at this point. And this is going to be probably one of the bigger crashes or newses we'll see. Ideally, we can get everything all fixed together, or even pull like an emergency meeting to drop interest rates here in America. I'm not sure if that would necessarily bolster up the economy or not, but either way, it's a very scary situation for all of us to be in. Japan is a very, very the canary in the cave where we don't know what's going on. We kind of do. Like I said, Japanese was trying to go raise their interest rates, ruin their economy. And we did go and raise our rates somewhat substantially up to around 6-ish% or so. So we do have some wiggle room to drop, but there isn't as much as people expect because inflation's still having issues ongoing, and it has kind of cooled a little bit, but not at the 2% price target, which once again, if inflation doesn't necessarily meet its match, that also means that, people are going to be concerned about hyperinflation if we can't even handle normal inflation while even dropping down the rates. And at a certain point, if you can't go and drop the rates down far enough to be able to go and impact that one, you may go and somewhat sustain up maybe the stock market and asset bases, but in the global liquidity for the entire planet, and of course, inflation is going to keep on running rampant. But at the same time, we do have $35 trillion in national debt going on as of right now, and no one really knows how to fix that. And at like a 6% interest rate rounding up, that makes things very hard to maintain because we are going to be adding trillions of dollars to our own national debt to try to go figure this stuff out. So at the end of the day, this is in a very, very peculiar situation. Kind of seems like the entire global economy is still kind of feeling the effects of COVID, money printing, inflation issues throughout the entire planet, and people trying to fix that, adjust that, while also trying to maintain the entire global economy. This is not looking good. So we'll see how the week kind of goes and plays on out. I think throughout the next 2 days, this economy is going to be red everywhere. This is not going to be a good, Monday, and I do believe early market trading is a good occurrence for it. And once again, looking at even things like Bitcoin itself at $54,000 and dropping so much even the last hour, like it's just ridiculous. Like look at Ethereum too as well. It's down 19% just on the day alone, and it might keep on dropping more and more and more. So just be careful if you guys are investing. Be careful if you guys have spare money. It might be a good time for you guys to go and invest, but also be very careful because you don't want to catch a falling knife, and it could go even lower. So kind of crazy. This is nuts. If you guys want to check out the target links down below, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to go and let me know. Swing by the Twitch stream if you guys want. But at the end of the day, life is going crazy.